at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-785.
Newsradio KONP Port Angeles Squim. Serving the Olympic Peninsula now for 80 years. A Radio Pacific station.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. 8 major air traffic control locations across the country are now facing staffing shortages because of the government shutdown. The air traffic controllers are working without pay, and many have been calling out sick. Other federal employees aren't working and also aren't getting paid. Now President Trump is hinting they may not get back pay when the shutdown ends. Here's ABC's Will Reeve.
For people like Anthony Lee, a veteran FDA employee, federal workers are simply caught in the crossfire.
We have workers across the board who are coming to work and having to do their jobs without pay. And then you have other workers who are furloughed through no fault of their own. And for the administration to even suggest that they're not going to pay federal workers due to this shutdown is unconscionable.
But the president didn't say which workers stand to lose that money. And Democrats say what the president is proposing is illegal.
Former FBI Director James Comey due at a Virginia courthouse in a few hours. ABC's Stephen Portnoy has more on the case against him.
James Comey is accused of lying when he stood by his earlier testimony that he never authorized anyone at the FBI to share details with the press about the Clinton or Trump investigations. Now, ABC News has learned a man at the center of the case, former FBI consultant Dan Richmond, told investigators that Comey never authorized him to provide information to reporters before the 2016 election. It's a key reason why career federal prosecutors recommended that Comey not be charged, a suggestion swiftly rejected last month by newly installed U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan.
Israel and Hamas have entered a third day of peace talks. U.S. negotiators are also there, looking for a way to end the now 2-year-old conflict in Gaza. Hani Al-Manhoun is co-founder of the Gaza Soup Kitchen.
The people who remain in Gaza City continue to face crisis, not just the bombs and the destruction, but also the food insecurities.
You're listening to ABC News.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Lots of worried Dolly fans this morning.
Growing concern for iconic singer Dolly Parton after her sister posted on social media asking for prayers amid the star's recent health issues. In a post Tuesday, Parton's sister Frida writing, "I was up all night praying for my sister Dolly. Many of you know she hasn't been feeling her best lately," and asking her fans to be prayer warriors and pray with me.
ABC's Morgan Norwood. Parton delayed her Las Vegas residency because of an undisclosed illness. The arrest earlier this year of 7 men thought responsible for a series of burglaries of pro athletes' homes has not stopped the break-ins. The latest target, the New Orleans Saints' Cam Jordan.
Security footage has led to the arrest of 2 men accused of burglarizing Cam Jordan's home in Jefferson Parish. Now police investigating about a dozen similar break-ins on pro athletes want to know
whether it's loosely connected or directly connected.
Sheriff Joe Lopito says
sometimes you have copycats.
He notes that the men accused of breaking into Cam Jordan's home are from Georgia.
I'm sure he'll get his revenge on the playing field when we go back and play Atlanta.
Warrants have been issued for 2 other suspects. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez could be charged with felonies if the truck truck driver with whom he fought over the weekend needs long-term care.
Aggravated battery is even a more serious charge or crime that could potentially be at play here.
Prosecutor Ryan Mears, Sanchez's dad, then arrested after an altercation over a parking space. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
This is the Peninsula's Morning News.
John Ortloff in the KONP News Center. Here's a look at what's happening on this Wednesday, October 8th. Clallam County Commissioners set to vote on a resolution authorizing $1 million in affordable housing funds to support an apartment redevelopment project in Sequim. The proposal would direct money from the county's Affordable Housing Sales and Use Tax Fund to Serenity House of Clallam County for reconstruction of the Sunbelt Apartments on 5th Avenue. Sharon Maggart is Executive Director at Serenity House.
Is a two-story unit that has 36 apartment units in it, and it would be permanent supportive housing. And permanent supportive housing is 30% AMI with disabilities and chronically homeless. The building can be built on the site with the existing apartment units operational, so they will continue to be operational until the construction is completed, and then those residents would move over into the new apartment.
The $1 million grant would be included in the 2026 county budget using funds from the Affordable Housing Sales and Use Tax 1590 program, created to support permanent supportive housing projects across the county. If approved, that resolution would mark a major investment in local housing again, this time in the Sequim area. Washington's minimum wage will increase to $17.13 per hour January 1st, a 2.8% bump driven by inflation. The Department of Labor and Industries announcing this yesterday. The current $16.66 rate is already the highest in the country. Several Washington cities, including Seattle, Bellingham, and Tukwila, already enforce higher local minimum wages. The state is also raising the salary threshold for overtime exempt workers. By next year, salaried employees must earn at least $80,168 a year, 2.25 times the minimum wage, to qualify for an overtime exemption. That threshold will increase to $93,000 by 2028. States with high error rates in their food stamp programs could soon lose hundreds of millions in federal support dollars under a new law aimed at cutting waste. Washington state officials are now working to improve the state's performance in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, to avoid some steep financial penalties. The law passed in July set to reduce nutrition program spending by $186 billion over the next decade. Beginning in 2027, states with error rates over 6% must start covering between 5% and 15% of benefits typically funded by the federal government. For Washington state, that could mean up to $300 million annually if the errors exceed 10%. Washington's error rate last year was just over 6%, right above the penalty threshold. To prevent it, the Department of Social and Health Services now requesting almost $2 million to hire staff and build a data team to focus on accuracy. Additional funds are sought for technology upgrades and tools to prevent duplicate payments. Governor Bob Ferguson will consider the request in his supplemental budget proposal due out this December. More news after this.
Hi, I'm Rose Thompson, the Executive Director of the Dungeness Crab Festival. Crabfest is a festival for the community, by the community, brought to life by the people and businesses of Port Angeles. From our volunteers to our local sponsors, it truly takes a village to make this celebration happen. And now it's time for you to join us at Crabfest. Come enjoy fresh Dungeness crab, free live music, family activities, and our beautiful waterfront, October 10th through 12th. Admission is always free. We'll see you at Crabfest.
It's time for Your Port of PA Today. A look inside the port and share what's in it for you.
I'm Port Commissioner Connie Bove. The Port of Port Angeles is excited to bring you a look inside your port, the wide-ranging companies operating in our facilities, and share exciting upcoming projects designed to develop and upgrade infrastructure to attract even more business and jobs to our area. Did you know over 50 companies are on port property, totaling over 1,000 jobs? The Port of PA stretches well beyond the Port Angeles Harbor. The port owns and operates 2 airports, William R. Fairchild International and the CQ Airport, providing convenient and essential access to some of the more remote areas of the peninsula. We'll continue to bring you insights from the Port of PA on future segments. Email hello@portofpa.com or keep up to date on Facebook.
This has been your Port of PA Today. Explore portofpa.com.
In other news, the city of Port Angela is asking for community feedback on a new bike boulevard project planned for the city's west side. Listed as Project TR0318 in the Capital Facilities Plan. It'll connect existing bike routes on 10th Street west of I Street to the 8th Street bridges. Officials say that'll improve safety and connectivity for cyclists and pedestrians. An online survey is open through October 15th to gather input to guide the project's design before construction begins next year. Planned features include new bike lanes, wayfinding signs, traffic diverters, turn restrictions, flashing pedestrian beacons, and new crosswalks. The nearly $2 million project is fully funded through the State Department of Transportation's Pedestrian and Bicycle Program. Residents can take the survey on the city's website at cityofpa.us. A state senator wants to stop the increasing attacks on signature gatherers involved in initiative and referendums, from heated arguments to physical clashes that have been happening. Tracy Ellis has more.
Recently in Tacoma, a woman was arrested for charging a signature gathering table and tearing up petitions.
An intentional activity to disrupt a constitutionally protected right. It's alarming. This type of violence needs to stop.
Senator Jeff Wilson is working on a bill that would make protesting near signature collectors, defacing petitions, and harassment gross misdemeanors, with repeat offenses and malicious interference carrying felony penalties.
The protection would include the reduction of fear, free-for-all assaults, and organized attacks, which is on an alarming rise by groups that disrupt, damage, and now actually steal.
The Longview Republican says the bill is needed to protect this vital part of democracy. In Olympia, I'm Tracy Ellis.
A new law clarifies the role of Washington state's tribes on local boards of health, granting each tribe a seat on their county's board and allowing them to appoint their own representative. Isabel Charlet reports.
The change clarifies a 2020 state law that requires local boards of health to include members who are not elected officials, including tribal representatives. Vicki Lowe is with the American Indian Health Commission, a nonprofit that works with the state to promote wellness in Washington's Native communities. She says the previous language was not clear about who was responsible for appointing tribal representatives to health boards or how many seats were available.
I'm hoping going forward we can get more tribes on these local boards of health, and the local relationship and working together to keep all of our community healthy and safe will happen.
Every county in the state has a local board of health that is tasked with enforcing health laws, controlling infectious diseases, and setting local policies. Of Washington's 29 federally recognized tribes, Lowe says so far about 15 have appointed someone to their local board. I'm Isabel Charlet.
This is Newsradio KONP.
Price Ford has red, white, and blue Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll during the Ford for America sales event. Give 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. If that's not enough, receive a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select Ford models. Come see Price Ford and take advantage of the 0% finance, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days during the Ford for America sales event. Price Ford, next to Walmart, always right on the price.
Wellness. How do you practice it easily every day? At Olympic Hot Tub, we have more ways to achieve total wellness at home than ever before. Immerse yourself and let jets melt stress away in a saltwater hot spring spa. Swim in the privacy of your own backyard in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to cozy warmth and detox in an amazing Tilo sauna. Then awaken your mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Better you, better life.
Come out to Olympic Game Farm. It's the home of the waving bears. Come out to Olympic Game Farm for some tender love and care. Now it's not impolite to stick out your tongue, considering the critters you'll be among. Come out to Olympic Game Farm. It's the home of the waving bears. The llama and the yak know you wanna come back, and the tiger always gets a few stares. Come out to Olympic Game Farm. It's the home of the waving bears.
Here's your Newsradio KONP forecast, brought to you by All Weather Heating and Cooling.
Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today, with a slight chance for isolated rain showers. Highs level off around 55. Winds out of the east, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Slight chance for isolated showers tonight. Lows level off around 44. Partly cloudy skies. Overcast skies tomorrow. Chance for isolated rain showers. Highs level off around 56. Isolated rain showers likely Friday and Saturday. 56 Friday, 53 Saturday. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Derek Height. Currently 47.
Judging by Game 3, it may be a different series now. Good morning, I'm Jay Reynolds. Yankees stave off elimination with a win at home in Game 3 last night. They do it rallying from a 6-1 deficit.
Judge swings and sends one down the line and left. That is off the pole. A 3-run home run to tie the game.
First home run this season for Judge on a pitch outside the strike zone. Carl Ravitch called it on ESPN Radio. New York trailed 6-1 in the fourth inning, scored 8 unanswered runs. They win at 9-6. Toronto still leads the best-of-5 series, 2-1 Game 4 today. All 4 series continue today. Dodgers and Brewers going for sweeps. Mariners will try and close out the Tigers in Game 4. Seattle taking Game 3 last night, 8-4. Mariners hitting 3 homers, including a 2-run shot in the ninth from Cal Raleigh. Manager Dan Wilson.
Yes, we hit a couple homers, which is great. You know, Gino getting on the board there with a homer. Cal the opposite way. You know, JP's homer was big to get the run back after we'd given him up. But we also scored, conventionally, quote conventionally, and
Seattle with a 2-1 series lead as a result. NFL Bengals have struggled since losing Joe Burrow to a toe injury in Week 2. Yesterday, they pick up Joe Flacco in a trade with Cleveland. Cardinals are fining manager Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for his sideline reaction to Amari DeMarco's dropping the ball before he crossed the goal line in the loss to the Titans last weekend. Opening night of the NHL, two-time defending champion Panthers, a 3-2 win over the Blackhawks. Penguins shut out the Rangers 3-0 in New York. Avs win 4-1 in L.A. Nathan McKinnon with a pair of assists. He passes Joe Sakic for the most in Avs team history. Despite questions being raised, state police in Louisiana say all the evidence indicates the actions of former LSU player Kyron Lacey did trigger the chain of events, which led to a fatal crash last December. Colorado coach Deion Sanders hoping to be on the sideline this weekend despite a procedure yesterday to address more blood clots.
Medicare open enrollment is here. For a lot of people, it's still confusing. But don't worry, help is available with a Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit from the Office of the Insurance Commissioner and Sheba. Find out what's changing and learn your Medicare options with 7 easy steps to get ready for open enrollment. Get your free Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit now at insurance.wa.gov or pick up a copy at your local library or senior center.
In local sports, Halloween may still be 25 days away, but the Port Angeles Rough Riders once again dipped into their bag of goodies, the M&M connection, as they sent the North Mason Bulldogs to the vet's office with a 6-0 shutout. Emma Desjardins recorded a hat trick, giving her 14 goals on the season, while her sidekick, Mariah Traban, tallied her 6th goal. It took the Rough Riders just 15 minutes to jump out to a 2-goal lead. Desjardins opened the scoring in the 3rd minute on an assist from Becca Manson. In the 15th, Traban made it 2-0 off a setup from Piper Alton, who was busy racking up 3 assists on the night. In the 31st minute, Stella Fradkin notched her first goal of the year on an assist from Tiana Clark. Just before the half, at the 44th minute, Manson scored her 3rd of the season with a perfect header from Alton for a 4-0 advantage. Desjardins added 2 more, a header in the 49th minute and another in the 51st to complete the hat trick and close out the scoring at 6-0. Goalkeeper Kennedy Rongland made 1 save before Persephone Perry came on for the final 20 minutes, adding 2 more saves. The Rough Riders, now 6-2 in league, travel to first-place Bainbridge Thursday night. Meanwhile, the Squim Wolves dropped another heartbreaker, falling 2-1 at Kingston. Wolves keeper Lillian Anderson made a terrific save on a penalty kick in the 18th minute. Down 1-0, Squim equalized when Harper Moore scored off a corner kick from Ramey Brewer. The Buccaneers answered in the 4th minute of the second half to seal the 2-1 win. Sequim, now 3-5 in league, travels to North Mason on Thursday. In boys tennis, the Rough Riders defeated Olympic 6-1. Winners in singles, Grant Butterworth, Owen Leitz, Teague Carlson. In doubles, Alec Ross, Abe Brinkman, Brent Manson, Gagan Serra, and Jacob Oberle and Kyler Fowler all won. Liam Miller and Jensen Wolf lost their match in doubles. PA hosts North Kitsap today at 3:30. Sequim visits Olympic at 4. In volleyball tonight, Port Angeles hosts North Kitsap at 6:30. And in swimming, the Port Angeles Rough Riders face Kingston at North Kitsap at 4 o'clock, while Sequim hosts North Kitsap at 3:30. Seattle Mariners look to clinch the American League Division Series this afternoon here on KONP. We'll take the air actually at 11 o'clock this morning. First pitch just after noon as the Tigers and the Mariners go at it.
Hello, I'm a disabled veteran, and thanks to Sarge's Veteran Support, I live at Minsky Place in Sequim. Are you spring cleaning or downsizing? Turn your unused items into homes for heroes. Sarge's Veteran Support's thrift store in Forks accepts donations of furniture, household goods, antiques, and collectibles, all to fund housing for veterans across the Olympic Peninsula. Visit sargesveteransupport.org to learn more. Your generosity will change lives.
Newsradio KONP Business.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Johnson & Johnson has been told to pay up. A California jury has ordered J&J to give $966 million to the family of a deceased woman who blamed her cancer on the company's baby powder. Her family alleges that J&J hid the health risks of its powder. The company says it will immediately appeal the verdict. Yesterday, stock buyers took a break. The S&P 500 broke a 7-day streak of gains. The Dow fell 92 points. This morning, things are looking brighter. S&P futures are up 9 points. Dow futures rising 125. Meantime, concerns over the government shutdown adding momentum to gold, which has soared above $4,000 an ounce. Gold is on track for its biggest annual gain since 1979. And more than 250,000 federal employees didn't receive their scheduled paychecks this week as the government shutdown enters its second week. Another 2 million will go without pay if the impasse extends into a third week. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Sensitive to dust, mold, or allergens? You can breathe easier at McCrory Carpet One thanks to their Healthier Living installation system that features cleaner installation practices. Their HEPA vacuum system removes the old dust, and a Heathinex antimicrobial treatment is used before they install your new floor. If it's new carpeting in your home, they include their hypoallergenic premium cushion that inhibits the growth of mold and mildew. Best of all, there's no extra charge for this healthier install, only at McCrory Carpet One.
Save big right now at Angelus Furniture. And when I say big, I mean truckload big. The Serta Truckload Sale is going on now. Check out a Serta Perfect Sleeper Blue Lagoon Firm Queen for only $679. Upgrade to a Serta iComfort Aspire Medium Queen for only $19.99. And take it a step further with the new adjustable bed base. A queen size starts at only $599. And right now, get 0% financing for 12 months OAC. See the Serta experts today, only at Angelus Furniture.
Newsradio KONP. Traffic and roads.
All right, we're having problems getting connected with our friends up at Column Transit, so we'll pass along what we know traffic-wise out there, and the maps are looking all green this morning so far. No real problems in Port Angeles on the highway between PA and Sequim, and also no problems out at Sequim either, and even beyond that as well. Looking out west, no issues really to deal with yet on 101 all the way out to Forks, and 112's clear for the most part all the way out to the coast, so it's a pretty easy go so far this morning on this Wednesday. Last check of the Hood Canal Bridge. It is open for traffic right now, and there are no scheduled closures and no reports of any problems on the ferries either across the region. So it's all pretty smooth sailing this Wednesday morning. Your weather forecast for the area this Wednesday looks for things to, start to change a little bit from what we've had. Some sunshine and then a slight chance of rain rolls in later today. Mid-50s to low 60s, partly cloudy and rain this evening, and lows in the 40s, and then mostly cloudy and some rain at times on Thursday with your highs in the mid-50s to lower 60s. Right now across the area, wait for my temperatures to reload here. We've got Port Townsend checking in at partly cloudy skies. They're now at 50 degrees down there in Port Townsend. Out west at Forks, 41 with broken clouds. Squim's got 50 at Overcast, and it's broken clouds and 48 degrees now here in Port Angeles.
From ABC News Tech Trends, 1 week after the federal government's electric vehicle tax credit expired, Tesla has pulled the wraps off lower-cost versions of the Model Y crossover and Model 3 sedan.
They've had some stuff taken out of them to make the price cheaper.
EV journalist Chad Kirshner says that means
performance-wise, they both have a more basic suspension setup.
Also, fewer screens, and instead of leather,
the seats are a cloth fake leather mix.
Oh, and there's one more cost-cutting measure.
You don't get AM or FM radio.
All in, the Model 3 now goes for just under $37,000 before taxes and fees. Just under $40,000 gets you a Model Y, Tesla's most popular vehicle.
This is about $5,000 of a discount over the previous cars. So, pre-tax credit, you as a buyer were getting a larger incentive than these new decontented cars.
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Now, the Success Journal. Here's Chris Whitting.
When a fellow named Robert Greene opened a drugstore, he was determined to get lots of customers from all over the region. So he added a soda fountain to his shop. But that wasn't enough. He decided to create a rich new drink using heavy cream, chocolate syrup, and sparkling water. Demand was huge, but one day the store ran out of cream. Ever inventive, Bob substituted vanilla ice cream, creating a drink you know, the ice cream soda. But soon, some church ministers complained about the new drink being served on Sundays, since it contained soda water, which they associated with alcohol. Bob's solution? On Sundays, he served the drink minus the soda water, and he named it the Ice Cream Sundae. With the Success Journal, I'm Chris Whitting.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
A mama goes single on today's Arnold Almanac with me, Jay Arnold. Next.
Is your investment portfolio up 1,000% in the last 25 years? If you would have bought $10,000 in physical gold in the year 2000 and left it in your retirement account, today that same $10,000 would be worth $125,000. Call the Gold Hotline right now.
800-515-6302. 800-515-6302. That's 800-515-6302.
1976, Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life album debuts on the Billboard Top 200 at number 1. At that time, only the third album in history to do so.
Dream a little dream of me.
1935, band leader Ozzie Nelson, 29, marries his lead vocalist Harriet Hilliard, 26, at his mother's house in Hackensack, New Jersey. The marriage ends with Ozzie's death in 1975. Their sons were actor-director David and popular singer-songwriter Ricky.
Dream a little dream of me.
1968, Mama Cass Elliot debuts as a solo performer at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. It was scheduled to be a 2-week, 2-show-a-night, $40,000 a week engagement. But on opening night, sickness weakened her voice. Her band had little rehearsal, and Mama Cass's shows are canceled after only one night when she contracts tonsillitis.
DJJ Play Date 1966. cherishes the word.
The Association, number 1, October 8, 1966. Serving you since 1945. KONP.
Overground Radio.
At Harper Ridgeview Funeral Chapel and Squim Valley Funeral Chapel, Mark Gustafson is precisely the professional you want helping your family during a time of loss.
Every morning when I get out of bed, I have one more opportunity to help a family in need that is grieving, that may be in a cloud, may not know what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and I'm here to help them through that and to be here every day for them.
Saying goodbye to a loved one is never easy. Friendship and experience can be a real comfort.
When a loved one loses someone, it's a journey that they're going through. It's new territory.